as the Warriors take on the Blazers. Been a good road year. It's one
Milwaukee game, the crazy fourth quarter, then turning around. And
along with Pajemski, Moses Moody, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green. Same group that's been starting and playing so well. And Draymond an early three, and that's what we talked about is there Moody comes up with a rebound. There are guys not named Steph Curry that are missing a lot of threes. Pajemski cleans it up with a layup.
So you can win the offensive rebounding battle too. They're 29th in defensive rebounding percentage. See if you can get Klingon out of the paint. That'd be nice.
Delano Banton with Matisse Thybulle. This is Keegan Murray's brother Chris Murray inside. And he went up and down in a jump ball. Toumani Camara, who was the defensive player of the month before Draymond won it last month. So he will be dealing with Steph most of the ball game. Matisse Thybulle also an excellent defender. Portland has 14 more wins this year than a year ago. And Jimmy Butler saved the turnover. Draymond another three. And the Blazers are going to be content, like the Spurs were, to dare the ancillary Warriors to shoot from outside.
Well, especially Klingon. He doesn't want to get all the way out there as Draymond gets the defensive rebound.
That's where Quentin Post coming back, GP2 coming back, should aid the Warriors. But the Blazers defense is no joke. I mean, since the All-Star break, they've been top 10 defensively.
They've been sixth since then, and then forcing turnovers since then. They've been second.
And Pajemski had that three blocked by Thybulle. So the Warriors didn't want to start with 4 of their first 5 shots on 3. And Klingon banking in a deep 2.
Okay, so be a 3 as the Warriors almost turn it over here.
Moody getting on the deck, but he's going to get tied up, you would think, except Butler threw it away.
I told you, they force turnovers. This is what they want to do.
Murray down the lane. Klingon's got a dunk.
Hey, they've started fast here. But again, the Blazers are 26 when it comes to three-point shooting percentage, and you already see them knocking down one kind of. It was a long 2.
Pajemski into Moody. Moses has nowhere to go in the lane, but somehow that skip pass getting to Butler. Shot clock at 5. And Pajemski from deep. And this is a continuation of the other night. The Warriors are launching threes with not a lot of success. Delano Banton. I guess everybody's a point guard tonight without their guards. Moody had the steal.
Wow.
7'2", 280. 7th pick in the draft. And Klingon, and he's going to dunk all day.
So there's a ball screen there. You get the switch, and he's able to drive by you. Draymond felt like he had to help, so they pass it to Draymond's man.
This is exactly what Chauncey Billups would want. The Warriors just launching from outside, and Portland pounding him inside. Pajemski curling around and out, but that was a good drive.
That's okay. You can trust your floater. Instead of just shooting threes, get a little closer to the basket.
Klingon made one. He's not going to make them all. He shoots 30% from deep. Steph cutting back door. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Draymond handling it.
Toumani Camara's pretty much top blocking him there. Didn't keep his body in between him and the basket. Doesn't want him to come off and get a 3. Don't fight him if you're Steph. Go back door. He knows.
Let Banton create things. And the Warriors created steal. Butler running with Pajemski. There's that good defender Camara, but very clever delivery.
Smart.
And Jimmy finished.
Brandon Pajemski did the right thing. Give it right back to Jimmy.
Camara, he took 18 shots the other night against Utah. He's normally a 3-and-D guy. Steph missing that deep 3 and Klingon the rebound. So the Warriors are 3 of 4 on 2s, 0 for 6 on 3s. Looking at nowhere to go. Shot clock at 10. Thybulle the skip pass to Camara. Butler right there. Toumani Camara with the right hand up and in. He was the 52nd pick by Phoenix a year ago, 2 years at Dayton, and we love this kid.
And he is a 37% three-point shooter, so Jimmy Butler, awkward closeout. He got all the way out there and was able to drive him.
And Steph denied by Banton. Here's Matisse Thybulle. Always been a good defender. Yeah, but Matisse Thybulle's been a 2-time all-defense selection.
He realizes that's how he gets minutes. That's how he stays on the floor.
And Toumani Camara, he will take guarding Steph as a personal challenge. Kuminga checking in, and JK, that's
from the strong side, and Kuminga didn't expect it, but sometimes if they don't think you're going to kill him with a good draw coming from, so just knowing where everybody is.
Kuminga 1 of 2 from the line. Thibault on the step through and able to score. So Portland's 5 of 10. The Dubs have opened 3 of 11.
Matisse Thybulle has worked on his offensive game. He's 42% from three-point range, so you can't just give him that shot, too. So that opens up his driving opportunities.
Moody will tee up a 3, and there's the first one down.
Yeah, Steph was in there kind of fighting with him. A little screen there to help free up Moody.
Mo had been 3 of 13, so it's good to see that go down. Kamara missing that 3. Kuminga with the rebound. Jabari Walker's first playing time, and Thibault wreaking havoc. Creating a turnover, and Murray dunking it down.
So you have, is that 2 turnovers now? No, 3 turnovers.
You got to realize with Thibault and Kamara out there, your passing better be on point. Kuminga off iron, got his own rebound. Buddy Hield for 3. And then batted to Kamara. So not the beginning the Dubs would want, both in style and substance. Kamara working on Buddy Hield. Jabari Walker getting inside and flipping it up and in.
Jabari Walker,
the second round, just like Trace Jackson Davis and Quentin Post for the Dubs.
As you would expect, a lot of their points are in the paint.
Moody setting up Buddy Hield. Got Walker on him. He will launch that 3. The Warriors have been miserable from deep. They're sitting there 1 of 9 right now. Chris Murray driving, and Kuminga played him well. Bothered the shot, didn't commit the foul.
Going to get some show and goes here, get something to the rim.
Kuminga's had an intentionality to drive, and the mid-range missing, but Buddy Hield the rebound. Steph Curry in and out, but he's got 3 guys on him. Buddy Hield open 3. Buddy is now 2 away from 200 on the season.
Well, you saw it. Steph had the 3 guys on him. Then you swing it over. The next guy has to step up, and you get the odd man out in the corner, Buddy. Memphis, or Minnesota, losing that Milwaukee game, blowing that one, and turning around and beating Memphis.
So Naya driving it up and out.
Oh, you jump at the 3-point line. You were lucky they didn't convert as they get a steal now.
GP2 is back. He's got the steal. He tried to throw a lob back to Kuminga. And the Warriors turn it over again.
I mean, Tamani Kamara, it's almost like Draymond with those 2-on-1s. You never can concede it.
And Kamara coming back 100 miles an hour. He wouldn't shoot it well enough, or Buddy Hield off iron there.
Well, offensively, he wasn't as advanced as he was defensively, so people can't get past that a lot of the time. And he's improving his offensive game now, too.
Justin Minaya out of Providence. Cycle it to Kamara. And Looney took it away. Kevon, great D. So GP2 and Kevon Looney with Steph, Kuminga, and Buddy Hield. And Looney right down the lane. Yeah.
Guys, hopefully Steph is okay. We'll keep watching out for him. But the Warriors, since Jimmy Butler, 3rd defensively. Blazers, since All-Star break, 6th. So who finds traction offensively first?
Going
top of the league there, somewhere at the top of the league when it comes to drawing charges. He's so good at it.
Quentin Post is back in. It was Jimmy Butler against San Antonio.
I feel like that's one of the through lines of the season. One thing that's keeping them from being maybe fit right now is opponent 3-point shooting. And last game, again, yet another team that's below average when it comes to 3-point shooting percentage, making 18 threes. I think Warriors are hyper alert of that this game.
Well, we mentioned they don't have guards right now, so the Warriors are flying around, trying to get Klingon down low. Draymond and Butler double team him. Thibault out of the corner, and they do bottom their first 3 of the night. 1 of 7 now for the Blazers.
I was going to say so far so good guarding the 3 ball tonight, but yeah, they hit 1.
And Anthony Simon's not playing, and Scoot Henderson not playing, so they don't really have a point guard per se. Jamski will hide behind that Butler screen. Working on the big man Klingon. Showed him the ball. Klingon recovered. Shot clock at 1. Moody's got a launch. And so credit the big.
And be tall.
He is a large man at 7'2", 280. Draymond knocked that away. And Kumaro, Defensive Player of the Month in February. Draymond, Defensive Player of the Month in March. And Pajemski with the mid-range over Klingon this time.
Again, they're trying to involve Klingon as much as possible. He's in drop coverage enough there to give Pajemski some space off of that ball screen.
And Quentin Post can lift him out of the lane with his three-point shooting. Trying to post up Draymond Green. Good luck. Dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight and the dog. You want to go on Draymond Green? Good luck.
Well, good to see Quentin Post back, feeling better.
Moody had a good look at three. Off the post creation, the Warriors are 4 of 15 from deep. Klingon unable to hit there. Steph Curry has a right thumb issue. His return is questionable, we are told. And nice block by Thibault.
Yeah, that recovery speed, just sprinting back. Didn't look like he was going to get that one. He got it.
And Thibault with Draymond and Kamara, man, you've got some great defenders here. Thibault missing that three. Warriors are playing the D, though. They're holding Portland to 37% shooting. Warriors are shooting the same percentage, but have the 7-point lead. Pajemski probing. Dropped it off to Moody. Klingon doesn't leave his feet initially, and Moody had to throw up the baby hook.
They're throwing pump fakes in there, too. All pressure now.
Moody knocking it away in the backcourt. Man recovered, but the shot clock's at 12. Moody knocked it away again. But man, has he grown defensively. Pajemski attacked Klingon, nearly knocked it away. And then mid-range miss. CD Sissoko. Now gonna will launch a deep three. Right now, the Warrior defense is controlling things.
You're okay with that shot. 33% from three-point range for Ben.
Jimmy Butler inside, and he will go to the line.
Well, that's what you need.
Hey.
And by the way, the Warriors have forced the 5 turnovers. Even with their normal crew out there, the Blazers are 29th in turnover percentage. So without a point guard, force more.
Duop Reith, who can actually hit from the outside. Big man launches right on cue. Warriors, these long shots are yielding long rebounds. Kamara unable to finish there as Quentin Post was big inside.
Just trying to extend this lead out as much as possible in this quarter.
Moody. Love Moses to start to find that stroke a little bit. 1 of 7 the other night. Sissoko putting it up and out. Grabbing his own rebound. And
really all season, he's always getting back. That is annoying.
That's the thing with the thumb injury. You keep getting hit all the time, or different things happen. It just never goes away, and probably won't until the offseason.
It's his right hand, too, so just watch the three-point shooting or the shooting in general for him.
Quentin Post missing his 3. The Warriors 4 of 17.
Discontinued.
To whether out of the 75 who becomes a playoff official, which is the highest honor for them. And Quentin Post dropping in a 3. Now that graphic still cracks me up. The most threes by a Warrior rookie through 41 games. Post has more than Steph did as a rookie. The game has changed a little bit. Banton missing there. Curry going to track it down.
They keep trying to attack Draymond. What are they going to learn?
That's all right. He's just padding his Defensive Player of the Year numbers. It's Evan Mobley or Draymond Green, and the votes will be going in. Nice block by Banton. The trailing Kamara dropping it in.
Again, before the defense is set, they're trying to get the fast break points, the transition points. So just taking care of the ball is going to be huge.
Steph Curry wrapped the thumb, and the 3 is down. I think Steph was seeking out who injured me. I will now score on you.
It's mind over matter with Steph. His mind is so strong, dealing with the pain.
Thibault is Australian. Duop Reith. He grew up in South Sudan and then moved to Australia. Steph put on the brakes and missed the mid-range. Up and down tempo. If you're not turning it over, the Warriors would be fine with that, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the Warriors are a better transition defensive team. I always say that, but the Blazers' opponent transition points, they're 24th.
Draymond defensively has been fantastic in this first half. Sissoko tried to send it down. The Netherlands sends France away.
You will get nothing and like it.
Buddy Hield missing there. All that game with no ties on.
That would be nice.
And say the Warriors need to win tonight for that to happen.
Especially since the Warriors haven't beaten the Clippers.
What a challenge that's going to be. What an impact that's going to be on postseason seeding. Anaya hiding behind Do-Off Breathe. Shot clock at 5. Anaya kicking it back out. Sissoko missing that 3. Breathe ricocheted off his own player.
Think about it. That's the problem with having injuries like that. You're just trying to not focus on it. Keep it away from all the traffic, but you still got to play your game.
I'd like to add to this lead and make it academic, but Portland's defense has been excellent. P2 a little short there. I mean, the Blazers are shooting 29%. The Warriors at 33%. We're talking about great defense both ways.
Against the ball screen defense. How do you manage Toumani Camara? He actually vowed to get better with it. Guys always say they want to get better with their shooting, but they got an offensive rebound. You don't want that.
Bear setting up Sissoko. Couple Frenchmen. Camara. The Do-Off Breathe. And Buddy Hield took it away. Looney fighting for it, but the Blazers still come up with it. And then Buddy with the foul. And Sissoko flipping it up and in.
All these drives.
Yeah, I'm hoping Toumani Camara makes first team all defense.
He should.
I just think he is excellent.
He should. Draymond, defensive player of the year, first team all defense, and Toumani Camara, first team.
I mean, you can have Jaren Jackson on that team. You can have Mobley. You can have Draymond. Lou Dort, he'll get some love too. He's been great. Kuminga mid-range, and J.K. getting physical. His first field goal tonight. He's got 5 points.
He kept that defender at bay using that ball screen.
Naya took it back, and Buddy Hield launching that 3. Perfect
Point shooter either, so you collapse on him at the rim. Nothing easy there.
Camara finding Sissoko. Looney with the rebound.
2 for 15 on threes. That's what you want them doing. Defenders, they're looking for more shooters that can shoot it consistently.
Well, Denny Avdia,
he's great.
He's had a fantastic season. He's out with a thumb injury, but had he played more, he would have been most improved, but pretty close to it. Do-Off Breathe, defended well by Looney. Kuminga denied there by Minaya. And if you don't guard, you're not playing for Chauncey Billups. You can see it. 14 more wins for the Blazers this year than a year ago. J.K.